Hey Jason, how you doing, buddy? Good morning to you, Neil. Big mover at the moment. Small low price stop. ICU. So just above the VWAP right now. It's pulling back just above the VWAP. Yeah, not so bad, Jason. Did you have a good weekend? Nothing stressful, I hope. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ready for the week ahead, I hope. So just watching ICU, so C-Star Medical, and they've got good FDA. It's good FDA news, so that's why that's moving up. Not trading it. It's not reached the level that I need it to reach for me yet. It was up at this level, well, almost this level last week, the week before last. Then pull back. So reasonable catalyst. Wow. RVPA moved up big and then moved back down again. Reviva Pharmaceutical. I saw this when it popped up and I called it out, the reasons it was popping up and everything. Phase 3 recovery trial made, you know, good statistical results in the phase 3 medical trial, and now it's just sold off. I'm just going to find out if there's any additional news as to why that sold off. It was looking so good as well. Just goes to show. So, Reviva announced top-line results from a pivotal phase 3 recovery trial. So that was the first news that came out. We've just seen some, no. So corporate statement, Form 8 has been written. I'm not seeing any, that makes no sense. Just goes to show that the market can be completely irrational. Moved up really well on that good, you know, clinical trial results, and then just sold off. Totally irrational. Almost $2. Oh, it did over $2. This sell off $2. Go figure. Had a great weekend, Alistair. Had a really good weekend. I watched the Liverpool game yesterday in free-flowing form. I watched the Manchester derby. That was comical. The draw would have suited me better, but it was many good boys. Well, I expect you to have thumbs up there, Alistair. Looking for a good, profitable day. We started well enough. And let's go back to buying now. No. Western Digital. Not got the volume. good catalyst. I thought that was going to break out and move up on earnings. But also not just earnings, but interesting news about them becoming two different companies with on the back of good earnings. Yeah, absolutely, Evolves. We'll see what happens. You know me. You know what I'm like on a Monday, Evolve. I'll have a good start. I'll give it back at the bell. You know what I'm like. I'm not a great trader on Mondays. I don't know what it is. It takes me a while to ease into the week. I have a definitive case of the Mondays every week. No IPOs today that I'm aware of. S&P 500, the market is nice and green today. So far, it's gapped up over the weekend. Had a sell-off on Friday, but it's gapped up over the weekend, so it'd be nice. Let's see where we are on the daily on the S&P 500. So we're way out of this. What's going on here? I've lost all my. It's strange. I've lost my. There we go. That's what I drew out. So where are we? We're down here. So we're at this bullish channel. We're way out of that bullish channel. So we need to have a nice little bounce and move up. We're moving up at the moment. We're gapping up at the moment. We're not too much. 2/3%. Yeah, there we go. I wonder what had happened to all my lines. So I drew this. As you know, I drew this bullish channel in March from the lows last October, effectively the end of the bear market cycle, and then we started to move up. We've retraced quite a bit. We're pretty much at a key level here where we found support previously back in May of this year. We don't want to go below 404. So that's where we are at the moment on the daily. Wonder what happened to my charts then. It's taking a while to load, I guess. NASDAQ also up on the day. So NASDAQ 100, 0.75%, pretty much. The Russell index a little bit better, 0.78. So gapping up. Below the VWAP though, that's a bit of a worry. Although it gaps up on it, you need to see it. Bullish momentum, you need to see it above the VWAP. It's not doing right now. So Dow Jones Industrial, again, it's slightly above the VWAP, but if you look at it on daily versus the 1 minute, below the VWAP is actually pulling back. Above the VWAP is bullish and is rallying. So you want to see above the VWAP. Yeah, well, I don't want to see the green to change colour there, Alistair. I did that on Friday. It's going to be my Monday, absolutely. I say that every Monday. Do I think ICU will recover? Do you mean, do I think ICU will recover? ICU recover to where? It's up at 123 right now. Where do you want it to recover to? I mean, back in May, it was a $2. It was a $2 stock back in May. Is that what you're trying to say? Will it fill the gap up to kind of $1.75, $2? It could do. Not saying it will. It's got good catalyst today, good volume. There's no reason why it can't find its way back up towards $2. I'm not saying it will. I'm not a financial advisor. Not financial advice. If you put money on, if you buy ICU stock or C-Star Medical stock, if you buy any of that and it doesn't go up to $2, don't sue me. But if you look at it on the daily, for example, okay, so I had this bullish couple of days last week, then it started to retrace. If you look at where it needs to get, where you want it to get back up to, we've not got that far to go. I mean, it's currently up what, 20% today. It closed out at $1.02. If it has a 100% day, which is feasible, then it's back up at 204. So 100%, if it moves up 100% intraday, it's at 204. Now we've seen stocks move over this last month, just in October alone. We've seen stocks moving 500, 600, 700% intraday. We've seen stocks moving from 24 cents up to $3. So can it? Yes, it can. Will it? I don't know. Do I think it will? Well, I think 150 is key. If it gets over $1.50, I think it's then you should get that gap fill. Got rejected at 140 this morning, but if it does move back up and gets over 150, potentially after the bell, then I think it will go on and fill that gap. That's just my opinion. Just the meanderings of a fat guy on the internet. You know what? I was making a stream for Rumble and I forgot to add it. So I'll do that now. Whilst we're waiting, you guys can watch ICU. There we go. Now we're going. Now we're cooking on Calagas. Any thoughts on Ngannou and Fury? Circus. That's my thoughts on Ngannou and Fury. Absolute circus. But there you go. Hey Alberto. Dennis, welcome back, buddy. Hey Neith. Good evening from me to you. It happens occasionally, but very rarely, Morg. Getting filled outside of the spreads, it can happen, but it's unusual. It is unusual. Yeah. So the Fury and Ngannou farce is probably the best way of describing it. Clearly, it was almost like the first Rocky movie. You know, Apollo Creed picking Rocky just because of the name, just because the Italian stallion and all that kind of stuff. And it was coming up to Columbus Day. It was an exhibition, and he didn't take it seriously. Fury didn't take Ngannou seriously, not in the slightest bit. And to be fair, I thought Ngannou. It was a close one, because if you're a boxing purist, you'll know that Fury was connecting with his jab, so he was probably winning the rounds by avoiding getting hit. So, but he wasn't actually looking that clean. But Ngannou was coming at him, and he was getting hit and taking everything, you know. And when he floored Fury, I thought, hello, here we go. Fury, to be fair, Fury's got heart when he gets knocked down. He does get up, but nah, it was a boxing farce. Fury is, in my opinion, Fury is overhyped. He's not as good as some of the other heavyweights out there. Why do I say that? He's a technically good boxer, but who's he fought? He's had 6 world title fights, and 3 of those have been against Wilder. So, you know, for me, Joshua's got a better pedigree. You might a lot of people will disagree with me about it, but Anthony Joshua's got a better pedigree on his record than Tyson Fury. And that's for Deontay Wilder. He's fought, you look at how many ranked fighters, let alone championship fights, how many ranked fighters in the top 10 as Deontay Wilder fought. When he fought them, were they in the top 10? You can count them on one hand, you know. No, it was a farce. No, what was an exhibition was, what I'm saying is that Apollo Creed in the Rocky movie thought that fighting Rocky, because of the nickname the Italian Stallion, was going to be an exhibition on Columbus Day, you know. But it was far from it. It didn't take Rocky seriously, and that's what happened with Fury. He didn't take Ngannou seriously. It was the guy's first professional fight, and the WBC sanctioned it. I mean, come on. Well, that's all it was. Fury would fight himself if he could get a paycheck out of it. He'd fight his dad. Fury will fight anybody if there's a paycheck in it. Oh, WBC, Western Digital moving back up again. Hey, Fark. How are you doing? Let's get that like count up. Western Digital breaking highs. Had earnings, and also they're going to be splitting the business up. Well, why is my AC not working all of a sudden? It's warm in here. Well, I think if Fury took it seriously, he could have destroyed Ngannou just on pure boxing ability. but that wouldn't have been a decent spectacle. It had to look good for it to be a decent spectacle. But I don't think Fury realised how hard Ngannou could hit. Didn't take him seriously. So when he got knocked down, it was like, hang on a minute, you better take this seriously, or you're in danger of losing the fight. It would never have lost his title because it wasn't on the line. It was only a 10-round fight. It wasn't a championship fight. So he was never going to. And even if he'd lost it badly, you would have had a really, really dodgy scorecard. It was a close fight, but you would have a really dodgy scorecard if he'd lost it, because that would have thrown the Usyk fight out of into the mix. If he'd lost it, then Usyk fight probably would have looked for a rematch, and then the Usyk fight in December wouldn't happen. What's my outlook for today, Alistair? 65 million. Is that all, Alistair? Just a measly 65 million. What's my outlook for today on the S&P 500? I think we'll have a green day today. It won't be a big green day. I think we'll have a little bit of a bounce. We'll see. It's going to be a big week this week with earnings. Got some big names, including probably the pick of the bunch, Apple, which I think is on Thursday. So that can affect the S&P 500 depending on how well that moves. But do I think? Let's have a look at the S&P 500 again. So look at it on the 15-minute. You'll see where we finished on Friday. On Friday, it was kind of sideways up until the open and sold off. A little bit of a bounce and then it sold off. Didn't really do much after hours on Friday. Pretty flat, and it tends to be, nobody wants to trade after hours on Friday. We all want to get into the weekend. But it's gapped up this morning, went up to a high of 413.85. So 413.85 on the SPY. So it's not the SPX. I'm not looking at the SPX. I'm looking at the SPY, which is it's a State Street ETF which tracks the S&P 500, the SPY S&P 500. It's about a tenth of the value of the SPX. So if you're trading equities like I do, you can keep abreast of the market by looking at the SPY. The SPY here, it's below the VWAP, and that's what I'm a little bit concerned about. It's pretty sideways. It popped up, a couple of pops, and then it's just sideways. But it is below the VWAP. As you can see, this is the blue line here is the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. Why is that significant? The volume weighted average price is a grey intraday trend indicator. So if all the action and the candles that are opening and closing below the VWAP, it's inherently moving downwards. It's selling off. And if the price action is happening above the VWAP, then it's rallying and it's moving up. So that's why the VWAP is it's a great intraday trend indicator. You've got the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA here. The 9 is below the 20, which is a bearish sign as well. So it is pulling back some. Will it continue to pull back? I actually think we'll probably get a bounce at the bell. We've got just under 40 minutes. I think we'll probably get a bounce at the bell, maybe a little bit of a pullback at the bell, and then a move up. I don't think we'll go red today, not like we did on Friday. So that's my outlook but what do I know? I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a market analyst. That's just my personal fat guy opinion, you know? I had a couple of movers this morning. It's nothing big or really sustaining. I looked at Coherus Bioscience. It did pop up. there at 7 o'clock, then kind of pull back, got triple top or quadruple top if you include the 8 o'clock spike, but I don't. So the algorithmic spike, we've got a triple top here, which is tends to be bearish, and then the sell off. So I'm kind of not enough volume at the moment, certainly. All the volume was between 7 and 7:30. We had the algorithmic volume at 8, but all the volume was 7 to 7:30 really on Coherus. The biggest mover today, Miro Matrix. It's an acquisition, so there's no opportunity to trade that. You can buy it, you're not going to make any money. It's as simple as that. It's an acquisition. Same with number 3 on the list of gappers this morning. So Edo, another acquisition this morning, and there's no real opportunity to trade that either because it's just an acquisition. So what else has been moving? The Vine moved up, so we traded this. Big move up, we traded this, and then managed to make a couple of K on that. What else? MGTX, not great volume, popped up, went up to like 480, sorry, 580, went up to 580, pulled back below the VWAP. And going back to what I was saying about intraday trend indicator, it's selling off, but not on great volume now either. What else have we looked at? WDC, which is kind of on my watch list, had earnings this morning. Broke a new high here, so I'm kind of watching this. It could be one to watch at the open. What did I trade on Friday? It's very good. I only traded 2 stocks on Friday, but small red day was my Friday. It could have been a lot worse. I traded ABVC and I traded Intel. I lost 3K on Intel. I made 1,200 on ABVC. So altogether $1,800 losing day on Friday. So if I look at the calendar for October, I probably have more red days in October than I have for any month this year. Yeah, seven red days in October. So 2 last week, Wednesday and Friday. So October's not been kind to me. It's probably one of, if not the worst performance, well, not today and tomorrow left, but as it stands right now, it's been probably the worst performing month of the year so far. Only takes one good trade, one good stock to change that, but at the moment as it stands, it's the worst performing month of the year for me. So we're not behind goal as such yet. Let me just have a look at where we are on the year. We're pretty much where we need to be. Yeah, well, we're just slightly behind goal. Ish. No, we're pretty much on bang on the money. We're 1.188. We need 12K today and tomorrow. 6K a day, which is what I've been looking for across the whole year. So 6K per day, today and tomorrow. We'll leave October on 1.2, and that's pretty much spot on for the year. So yeah, we're pretty much right on the money, on track for the year right now, which is a shame because coming into June we were like nearly 2 months ahead of gold. And we've been trading poorly since June. Hey, buy the dip, Virgo. Nice one, dude. Good to see it. Well, Vine is back over the VWAP, which is the main thing. So I'm watching for 350. Gets up over 350, I think, with decent volume, it might break out. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. You're sadly lacking. There's less than a third of you have hit the like button so far, guys. So come on, sort it out. Friday wasn't a great day to trade on Friday, to be fair. There wasn't a lot of opportunity. A very tepid market on Friday. RVPH, he's moving again. I don't get this one. I don't know why it sold off here. I mean, it popped up. So it popped up at 7 o'clock this morning with 7:30 with positive clinical trial results. You know, it did retrace. Then it sold off positive clinical trial results, and that's it's a $2 drop, that's 50% drop on that on this move down here over the course of what 10 minutes, 7 minutes. It's significant drop. So 50%, lose 50% of your value in a couple of minutes. Madness. It's just trying to take the VWAP right now. This is Reviva Pharmaceutical. I didn't trade it after hours. Friday, I don't like trading after hours on Friday. I'm unlikely to be trading after hours unless it's a significant event, i.e. earnings or another significant event. Because it's just too early in the morning for me. You know, you're forgetting I'm 12 hours ahead of the market. Soon to be 13 hours ahead of the market next week. Well, that's not very much of a team spirit there, Stone Cold. You could have at least logged in and logged in, hit the thumbs up button, and then gone for switch. You know. This holds $4. Next candle makes a high. I think I will take a slice because good clinical trial results. There we go. I thought I wasn't going to get filled then. Good clinical trial results. You expect it to move up on the back of that. Don't expect it to sell off. Spreads are a bit rangy, to be fair. 19 cents on the ATR on a 1 minute chart. Spreads quite rangy. Lock in 500 there. Cheers, buddy. Now you can go back to Twitch. Yeah, you got to factor the spreads in there, Vol. I'm going to add to the position for that new high there. 490 is the high of this swing. Another $5 today already. You've got a high of day 525. Hey Robin, good evening to you from me. These spreads are horrible. Will it test $5 here? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the test of $5. Our average cost at the moment, 467, just over 467 and change. Spreads are a bit whippy, to say the least. Find support at $0.5 move back up, be fine. Just locked all that in for the break of $5, and I thought we might get a bit of resistance at $5. Just breeze straight through it, and now we're testing that pre-market high. Oh, happy days if we can get over that pre-market high. Currently 525. There we go, new high of day. Oh, this is an interesting one. It really is. Well, you want to be shorting it when it's making a new high of day? Okay. You must. Current high of day, 510. Oh no, sorry, 534. That was the spreads. 534 high of day. Below $5, I'll cut this if it drops below $5 again. Oh, I pulled the trigger not soon enough. Well, that's okay. I figured I might as well lock in the goal for the day. And then I was thinking, okay, so I need to get back in for new highs. As it breaks new highs, get back in, see if I can't get that additional couple of quid. Bounce on the whole dollar. £20 to go, $20 to go. Get back over $250, don't want it to break 5. Back over $250 will be good. Will be golden. I guess everyone was already in it. Below $5, I'm out. Left 19 on the ask. You poor Phil. Terrible Phil. Lost $100 there. Gotta be quick. Morning, Wonka. Gold. There's gold on the day. There we go. That's how you make gold in a couple of hours. Happy days. Can I take a look? SLP, SNN? I can. If it's pulling back, let it pull back. If it might bounce on the whole dollar. Simulations plus, nobody trading it. No volume. 16 shares are traded all day. There's no opportunity on SLP. And Smith and Nephew. Again, no volume in either of them. That's 2,837 shares traded in total today. So no volume on Smith and Nephew or on either of those two tickets there. What I mean, no volume, no trades. You probably have to wait till the open for volume to come in. But there's neither of those. Whilst they're both gapping up, they're both up a little bit. I would say a little bit. We're talking like 1-3%. There's just no opportunity without volume. You have two things that you need for a day trade: volume and volatility. Now, the volatility very often comes as a result of volume, or you get volume coming in because of the volatility. It's kind of an either or, but one without the other is useless. Why? Because you need the volatility, because that's what creates the range to take profits from. So if there's no volatility on a stock, if it's just trading within a 5 cent range, moving up and down 5 cents as it goes, there's no opportunity to make profits. You're buying it. If you take the spreads into account, you're buying it at the bottom, selling it at the top, then you've got the spreads into account in between. Then, of course, you've got commissions and fees and charges on the back of that as well every time you take a trade. So there's just no opportunity there. You need a decent range to take profits from, and that comes from the volatility. And then if you're a pattern breakout trader like I am, you're looking for momentum, you're looking for cues to when to enter and when to exit, then you need volume for those patterns to fulfill. If there's no volume, then first and foremost, you're going to get a lot of slippage because of the lower liquidity. And secondly, basically, that's all you need to know, is you're going to get a lot of slippage because of the poor liquidity. Spreads are going to be bigger, and the slippage will be bigger if there's no volume. anything else worth taking a look at right now? I'm not seeing anything moving with any kind of volatility. Going back to what I was saying. ON pulling back, some higher price stock. On semiconductor selling off. No, doing a little. Thank you, my love. So I'm sorry I felt earlier as well. Did you eat it? It's okay, you can make something else. I'm being interrupted. Shut up, Rob. Oh, yeah. Cheers, thanks for that, Rob. Do I have to beg to get to 50 thumbs up? Come on, guys. Pull your finger out. We've got 15 minutes. 15 minutes before the market opens. There's more of you have actually ignored the thumbs up button than have actually smashed it. So do one of those. Do one of those. I don't care. Just do something. Do one of those. Look, I'm not asking you for super chats. They're always welcome. If you want to throw a super chat, fine. I appreciate it. I'm not asking for those. I'm not asking you to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, there are member perks to becoming a member as well. Exclusive video content that you get access to the Day Trade with Tony private Discord forum. But I'm not asking you, if you want to do any of those, that's fine. What I'm asking you to do is smash that thumbs up button. It's the only thing I ask you to do on a daily basis. So smash that thumbs up button. We've got 14 minutes, just under 14 minutes to get to 50 likes before the market opens. So do that for me, and I would appreciate it. Absolutely, Vols. Absolutely. The motto is get green, stay green, get to gold, get out. So right now, I should just lock my montage or just trade in a simulator. That's what I should be doing. I'm over gold on the day. I need 2 days like this. And 2 days over gold to be on gold, on target for the year going into November. So Chris, I looked at this one because that's my mum's name, Christine. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's curling. I'd say there's a lack of volume. Too many blanks. I don't like it. It's the range is like 2 cents. So Coherus Bioscience, not very volatile. It's up 18% on the day, which is quite volatile. But the volatility was earlier in the session. At the moment, it's not very volatile. We're looking at 2.5 cents on the average true range on the 1 minute chart. So not very volatile at all. It's moving sideways. It's underneath the VWAP. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, Mike. It is worth watching. It's, you know, it's over that magic 15, 16%, 14, 15, 16% level where I would say it's worth watching for potential gap and go at the open, but it needs more volume and it needs to get over the VWAP. So for me, I probably wouldn't trust this below 335. Higher day of 362. But I would probably, at the open, I would wait to see what it does. Does it break the VWAP at 320? If it does, then maybe pull back for support at the VWAP and then continuation. But I would say 330 at the absolute minimum. I personally would say 335. That's not a stock pick. It's not a signal. I'm not giving you ideas. do your own due diligence, make up your own mind. But for me, I would say the last swing high, you had a triple top up there at 336. If you look at this here, you had a triple top up here at 336. So I'd wait for it to clear that 336, and that's the algorithmic trades from the 8 o'clock scrum. But I'd wait for it to clear 36 at the open if it moves up. I'm not confident it will, because currently it's in a downwards it's in a downwards month, it's in a selling month, it's breaking new lows, it's underneath the VWAP. It's not looking strong. It's the range isn't the best either. Vols, you need 300 to make your daily. Yeah, that was kind of me a minute ago when I needed $100 bucks or whatever it was, and I gave $100 back instead. So just be careful. Don't be chasing just for the sake of that extra $300. Well, Mark, it's not turned around yet. The only reason I'm on target for the year is because of those 3 months from March through March, April, May. Since June, I've not been trading optimally. July, August, understandably because of the move. September, we pulled it out the bag. We had a six-figure month in September actually. 6-figure month in September, but that was down to the final week or so anyway. But October's just been a pain. I've just not been able to catch a break. Those 3 big days at the beginning of the month set me back, and I was playing catch up until last week. I was playing catch up the whole month. So that's really what set me back. When you're in a position, normally I would, for example, last year I would trade a 30k account at the beginning of the month. I'd start with 30k, and I would scale up throughout the month as I grew the account. Whereas I've been starting with a larger account, so I've been trading larger, trading more aggressively, and that caused me to have 3 big losing days at the beginning of the month, and I've been playing catch up since then. So I was in drawdown up until last week. And when we finally got out of drawdown, then we went and back into it again. So what range would I give it? In what sense, Bob? I mean, the average true range at the moment, or what range on the day, or what are you talking about? What risk would I give it? On a pullback or whatever, because of the spreads? No, absolutely smoking, absolutely. On Monday, so I tend to give it back on Monday, so I'll probably just trade smaller now. Yeah, so the risk. So because of the spreads, we saw the spreads going between like 15 and 20 cents. I mean, they're currently 4 cents. But you've got to factor in how whippy it was. When it was moving, it's settled down a little bit now. When it was moving, let's just say you had a 20-cent spread. We have 20 cents on the ATR right now as well, although it was higher earlier because we had that higher range. So what I tend to do is I will look at the spread, and I will look at the average true range on whatever chart what time frame I'm trading on. So in this case, I'm trading the 1 minute chart. I say 25 cents ATR, 15 cents spread. I might risk 30 cents. Give it 30 cents. Then you've got to size accordingly. We're back over $5. Size accordingly. So the actual dollar risk should be the same. So if you're trading a stock with a tight spread and a decent range, your dollar risk should be the same. So if you're only prepared to risk like $500, you want to risk $100, you size it accordingly based on your percent risk. So how many shares you take. What's a good way to do that is just print out the spreadsheet. And what your risk actually is based on the spreads and the share size, etc., etc. Well, 4 or 5 cents on the spreads now, which is a lot tighter. The spreads are a lot tighter now. But the range is coming back. The range is now just under 19 cents. So the range is coming back. So what you don't want to be doing is getting a wide spread and a narrow range to trade from. We've got just over 5 minutes before the bell. Bit of a cup and handle type of this. Hey Julie, how you doing? ICU's under $2, Jason. So I tend to set my floor at $2 per stop.